Ebony the Blonde Bomber Bridges. She's 5'1" tall, weighed in at 116 pounds, and has a 60.2-inch reach. Natasha Jonas, Miss GB. She fights out of Liverpool, UK, and won the WBO junior middleweight title in February of 2022.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, fighting out of New South Wales, Australia, a women's Australian super bantamweight champion, Ebony, the Blonde Bomber Bridges. Fighting out of the blue corner from Liverpool, England, here is the 5-time champion at 64 kilograms, a 2-time world title challenger, introducing Natasha Jonas.
These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Do you believe this? Welcome inside this unique environment, a beautiful theater, ready for a fist fight.
For a fighter walking into a theater, I think this is the closest thing to fighting in a gym because the people are up close. You can hear people talking ringside. You can hear people jeering, saying how good you are, saying how bad you are. You can hear the pressure, the expectation.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Very competitive round here so far.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Look how that straight's affecting them. She needs to be careful that she doesn't punch herself out. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Here we go for round 2. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Maybe I'm crazy, Johnny, but this slugger's game plan appears to be hit me in the face as many times as you want, and right when you get tired of it, I'm going to catch you with a counter and knock you out.
Speed generates power. Timing is everything. If you've got speed, you can pop, knock anybody out. You've just got to hit them in the right spot.
That right hook catching air. Good straight to the body. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Just misses with that uppercut. A lot of effort being exerted here. That jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Oh, and that shot hurt Natasha Jonas. They somehow weathered the storm.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
These are my kind of fights, boxing on the edge of the ring, using the jab, using footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Can't find a home for that jab. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. And down goes Bridges. You can see it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your ball.
Seconds to go in the round.
Brush it off, get on with the job.
I like that round. You won that round, but we don't care. Get out there and win this next round.
Here we go to the 4th round. Well, the corner will try and shake out the legs, dump some cold water on her, give her the motivational speech, but it's up to her, Johnny. She's got to find a way to dig deep and get back into this fight.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. It's obvious which one of these fighters has to get on the inside.
You've got to use what you've got. I've got a long reach. I use it all the time. Use your speed. Frustrate them. Make them walk into a shot.
What are they thinking? That's clearly illegal. Throws the jab but does not score. And Ebony Bridges is rocked.
Going too low with your punches.
And a pair. Hold that thought. Ebony Bridges on her back foot. Can you miss it? Good thing we can watch that all over again.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
Can make or break a fighter.
Get your mind back on the job. Get back out. Great work. I love that.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Desperate times call for desperate measures, Johnny. She just got dropped in that last round. Got to change something in the game plan here to turn this around.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with it.
Misses with the straight left. This fighter is spending a lot of energy in this round. jab. Tried to score with a jab. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. She catches and counters. That jab misses. He wasn't ready for that counter. Incredible work rate. That counter shot lands. Needs to hold that thought. Ebony Bridges on wobbly legs. What about Bridges in that last round? And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Get your mind back. Get your great.
And there's the bell for round 6. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Holding nothing back here in the round. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Misses with the straight left. And that hook misses. Straight right. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Heavy shots and Jonas can't take anymore. See it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming and there was nothing they could do.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4. Are you okay?
Natasha Jonas in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
And there's the bell for round 7. Well, Johnny, she looks pretty good right now, but how do you think she's going to hold up after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
She catches and counters. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope. You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Straight right just misses. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Her stamina is off the charts. You've heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Round 8, and we're off again. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? The straight right just misses. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Just missed with that jab. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. She catches and counters. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. What about Bridges in that last round? We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
I'm happy.
And we enter the ninth. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Some fighters, they think, you know what? My chin's so hard, it's like granite. She thinks her chin is like granite. Some people's are like glass. So she needs to be careful because granite can turn to glass with just one more shot, one more. And then it's a mental thing more than anything else.
Nope, that jab not going to score. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. That jab doesn't score. Holding nothing back here in the round. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Missing with that right hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. This is the 10th. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
What are they doing that, man? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Just missed with that hook. And that left hook doesn't find its target. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Misses with the straight left. Misses with the straight left. The straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Set her up, but you'll take her out. Now you're switching off. That's her round.
And there's the bell to start round 11. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Perfect counter shot. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Fighter's vision is paramount, and the referee may stop it here.
Are you okay?
And it looks like this fight will continue. Misses with the straight left. Just misses with that uppercut. His stamina is off the charts. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Misses with the straight. Very close round with 10 seconds to go.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you had no excuse for gassing out.
On to the 12th. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain.
She needs to be careful that she doesn't punch herself out. A lot of effort being exerted here. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demanding.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Down goes Natasha Jonas. See that again, but from a different angle.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Ten seconds to go. That's about as close as you can get a majority decision win.
It's been a good one. Good entertainment. Everybody benefited. Those fighters there will learn so much from this fight. The fans cannot argue with that decision. I'm sure you won't, Todd, because I'm not. I'm happy with what I've just seen.